The third and possibly final ring, at least that's the feeling that I'm getting from it, a rule of threes and all that. Are things going to continue to evolve, or is it going to start to break down again? The Ouroboros, of course, has been a big theme in the entire game. I mean, just look at this part of the inner ring. Well, anyway, let's start it up and see what happens. Slightly different color for a second there? At least for just 1 second. I don't know if that means anything, but alright. And it seems like the cragginess is going to be hurtful, even though I don't know if the spikes have ever been that large up to this point in the game. I guess maybe that just means that the levels are going to be getting that much larger as I'm going through them. Well, still, the plan is to continue to look for each one of the story symbols. So having even bigger levels, I suppose, just makes it that much harder to try and find some of these things. Fully expecting that, despite the fact that the start of the previous episode was one of the story symbols that I struggled the most with, well, we are in what might be endgame right now, potentially, or the beginning, because of the whole Ouroboros theme, which I think is just going to be coming up an awful lot more by the end of this. Got it. Okay, well, I don't really see any place that I might be able to get to find anything special just yet, nor do I even see, like, any real theme appearing in this particular level. Sort of blobby. Some melting diamonds. But that could also, again, go with the whole, like, creation and destruction that we've seen so far. The previous levels were all about, like, a bunch of creatures appearing. You know, the eyeballs, the teeth. Additionally, there was even something of a boss fight that happened with the large... Oh, that'll work. Even something of a boss fight that happened with the large sea serpent. The world is created. Okay, so it's pretty much going in the exact way that I expected it to. Well, let's see if that continues. It might... Whoa, okay. Oh, my controls are reversed, too. Alright, so we are getting real gimmicky at this point, then. It is no simple walk in the park. The previous ring introduced some moving platforms, as well as, like, the seeds to start going on. This one is getting a lot wackier than even that. That said, we are talking about a game where mostly the controls are as simple as left, right, and flip. So, I don't know how bad it's going to be. It's... After all, it only changes 2 controls, ultimately. Unless they're going to start making the... It's going to start making the interact button, or flip button, whatever you would want to call it, something different. Is that a constellation above me? Unlike some of the figures like the Triskelion that I was talking about earlier, not as familiar... Got it. Not as familiar with constellations. Under the feet of one. Interesting. Doesn't mean anything just yet, but... I think I'm literally going back through the level that I just went into before. Still, though, neat to see constellations in just about any form. I always think that stars and star maps have that certain level of beauty to them. I think it's a really good aesthetic for a lot of games. And we going back. All right. Okay. This is... Is this... Yes, okay. That does, in fact, send me to the Shadow Realm. Literally and figuratively? I'm sending myself to the Shadow Realm to be able to get down here in the first place, but... I don't know. It's not super difficult. It's actually a very, like, minimal amount of movement in everything that those things are putting forth. Oh, maybe this is the theme that we're going for. Mechanical type of stuff, which I guess in some ways makes sense. Go for the organic into the artificial, but at the same time, who's going to be creating something like this in this world? My, cherry-looking character? I don't know about that. I guess I'll say that. One thing that OVIVO has really given me is, got it. It's good for the channel colors. Well, not the channel colors, the channel theming. That cherry tree out here. Channel colors, of course, would be pink and white. Black and white, not so much. I guess sort of reminiscent of how I was doing some of the, like, I don't know, Persona stuff. I originally planned for that to be like a dark purple background or like a dark pink type of thing, but I was just like, let's just stick with the game's colors, kind of keep it at that. Decided not to try and make it too visually... Keep it visually simple. Okay, well, nothing there, I suppose. Yeah, I can't quite get in there, but that's okay. That said, it seems like I've already gotten two of the symbols. At least they've been fairly easy to find for now. I'm just going to drop me back up there, but that's okay. It's not like I don't think you can be crushed in this game. I don't think that's like a thing. I mean, there's a lot of different things that certainly happen. Actually, this is somewhat suspicious. Before I go up farther, let's instead start by going back down. Oh, no. There is a little bit of stuff around here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to go any farther than this, and if I don't immediately see a story symbol, it hasn't been too off the beaten path, or at the very least, if there is a path to be off beaten, yes, then it is a short one rather than a longer one. Okay, please now. Send it up. Send me right on the thing. There we go. Well, I don't necessarily know if I would say that this is mechanical. Starting to get a little bit more of an identity to this area, certainly. Angular, I suppose, would be the other thing to say about this. In that sort of style. Okay, I can definitely get that. Well, what's the easiest way to do this? If I can just go up and down, up and down. Nah, not quite. The problem is that, of course... Well, actually, yeah, there we go. That actually works out just fine. Might also be a story symbol down there, so... Could be worth checking that out if I can get the momentum right. Yeah. Because, like, look at this here. Very suspicious, if I do say so myself. Doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be anything here, but... Oh, well, I did at least see a Morse dot. Let me go back here. In fact, just do the warp here instead. I'm still not entirely sure. You know, taking a look at some of these warps, I really do wonder if that is more of a debug mode that I accidentally discovered than a legitimate part of the game immediately. Because it does seem to sometimes send me a little bit far forward, and I guess I haven't really tried to just zoom right to the ending, but why would I? It kind of defeats the purpose of the game now, doesn't it? That said, oh, you're killing me here, video game. That said, it should be easy enough to get back here. I'm just trying to go a little bit faster than I probably should. After all, you just want to go back and forth, right? That's the real strategy here that I should be employing. Like that, and then you just get that the little tiny hop is all you need. And there we go. There's at least, yep, okay. Called it. Knew there was going to be one more here. Who marches forward? Kind of surprised because it was a little bit tricky to find some of these things early on. But now, I mean, I've been able to predict even like where some of them are appearing. First time I'm going through the area, the level, I suppose you would call it. And set it right into the one giant spike that exists in this entire area. Not even supposed to be a very difficult section to go through after all. Spotlights. I like that as a as a little bit of a theme. Though I wonder if that's just for this one section or if that's going to be for the rest of the game. Who knows? I'm still trying to figure out some kind of story that might be existing here. But it is one of those things where it could just be an aesthetic more than anything else. I'll take that. Okay, well I didn't, okay. I was going to say I didn't die, but that would be a lie now, wouldn't it? Ah. Okay. Here, if I do it like this, should be able to just, yeah. Oh, not quite. I got in there just fine the first time. Strange. I got in there just fine the first time. I don't know why I'm not doing it now. There we are. I mean, after all, I suppose I don't really need to. You know, I'm trying to make the jump from there all the way over to the other platform. I don't really think that's entirely necessary. I think I really just, you know, need to go on the ground because a lot of the areas that you go through here are actually pretty safe. It's not a very perilous sort of journey that the main character here is making. If you don't want it to be. If you just play the game right, I suppose is what I'm saying. Hey. First cycled. And immediately ruined. As one does. Okay. Not as easy as just using the seeds to go up. But easy enough. It's just left and right. Ugh. What was up with that one section earlier where I was... reverse controls? That was such a strange thing. I sort of felt like it was going to be a pretty big part of the rest of this level, but I guess not, as it turns out. There we go. And one more. And then finally, not quite, and I fall back down to the beginning. Ah, that's how that goes sometimes, though. Look, you gotta be very decisively on the area to be able to flip into it. And the momentum is kind of weird here. Don't really know how to describe it. I think getting to the center of the cone is going to be the way to do it. Provided I'll even end up seeing any more of those areas around here. All right. Curious as to what this entire thing is going to look like. Could have also been something a little bit farther to the right. Maybe another Morse code thing, but... strange. Very strange. Sort of a gigantic plus. Spirograph type of images. And yeah, you can see a whole bunch of gears and everything appearing there. What do we got for the second one? Where is this one going to be going? Yeah, okay, it does seem like the outer circle is... the outer ring is, mechanical world, I suppose. With spikes! You know, my initial thought of this being... and I want to be the guy, delicious fruit. Starting to not look like such a ridiculous comparison now, is it? The two things that exist in the I Want to Be the Guy universe. That and Guilty Gear music, of course. I got it. Oh, I actually, not only did I get it, I actually did it just fine. Huh. Not a super tricky section. I'm sure that it's as easy as just employing a little bit of patience. Because, yeah, you can... Oh, I think you can actually just... if it's retracting, just fall right off of there. Yeah, that's actually way easier than anything else that I was doing. The hitboxes are quite generous. No surprise for a game like OVIVO. I suppose I wouldn't really look at this one thinking, oh yeah, man, you really got to be extraordinarily precise in a game like this. Nice. Got it. Well, that was going nowhere. I don't think I can flip through those things. They're a little bit too... and that's how you do it. A little bit too thin to be able to do that. I see. Well, at least I should see as soon as I get down here. Oh, there's something there in there, though. Try and tell me, yeah, dude, this is what you want to do. However, how am I supposed to get past the slowly rotating things there? No, not quite. I'm going to go back here. No, I think that is very much intended to be something of an impassable barrier. I think I'm going to have to go from a different side. Could try it a few more times, but it does not look like anything is happening related to that. Okay. Number one thing, not do that. But try and get into that spotlight before I do anything else, I suppose. Is there any place, like, no. I'm going to try and go backwards for 1 second, because sort of interested. Is there a... what? There is a location here. Okay, yeah, you just need to do it like that. I see. All right. Oh, look, I can easily get back in here. That's kind of the thing I'm looking at right now. Got to not touch the middle, though. Yeah, as long as you know about that, you can access it pretty easily from the very start of the level, it seems. And just make sure that you're not in the way of the middle object there. Which I was, and I continue to be. Okay. Look, I got the fast travel here. I'm not ashamed to use it. Never ashamed to use fast travel. I love fast travel, you know. There we go. War is peace. Oh, we're pulling out the 1984, literally 1984 quotes right now. Is this... No. I was here. I'm starting to think that might be a debug mode type of thing. Oh, well. Whatever, it makes it that much easier for me. I'm not going to worry about it. Look, I'm only using it. Alright, they want you to have a little bit more, of momentum to make that work. That said, I can't really say that I enjoy using it too much. Yeah, I cannot even switch here at all. Neat. Well, anyway. Moving on, though. Spirals and... Okay, this is interesting. Spirals and triangles. Of course, triangles, yeah, we're very much a theme looking at the outer ring. Each one of the levels were represented by a triangular shape. The inner ones were like a... I don't know what you would say, an oval type of thing, and I think the middle ones were circles. What does that mean? I don't know. I suppose it goes with this being a lot more angular in style. By the way, is there anything else down here? I just got a feeling. I got a feeling right now. Here, let me, do that. Because it seems very... Well, maybe not. Like, I'm looking around here, I'm not seeing much of anything. Okay. Might just be able to, fall right on there. Use the angular nature of these, what is it called when you have that's a fractal thing, if I'm not mistaken, when you have triangles that look like this in particular. I do not remember what it's called specifically, though. I'm sure if you just look up fractals, that'll be first thing that appears in an image. There we are. Yeah. I guess ultimately just kind of want to go for it, right? Not, don't hesitate about the entire thing. Don't see any other sections around here that might hide some hidden stuff. And tessellation, just as a style of doing things, often results in a very unique look. Okay. I see what seems like 2 sections that I might be able to go through. Which is the one that I want to go through, though. I mean, I suppose I can always fast travel back, so no need to be very, very choosy about it. Might also be very much intended to go through both. Yeah, right into the sine waves. I guess that's not quite a sine wave. Sine wave is not as angular, but still. I don't know. Something about these things feel like they're a little bit more difficult to get into. Also, certainly the colors seem to be strange right now. I'm noticing. Yeah, no, there. I'm back to being black and white seems to have been fixed. Okay, this is a way to do it. Keep that in mind for like the super hardcore hack version of OVIVO, which I'm sure probably, you know, like the super hard mod landing on platforms like that. Okay, I'm mashing the button way too much now. I'm just kind of hoping that I might be able to readjust, but I think the one hit here is the way you really want to do it. Okay. I think it might be, yeah, like, I'm not entirely sure how to describe this, but I think that hitting because the middle line is solid, that sort of eats my flip as I'm going through it, making it, you know, slightly. We're talking slightly more difficult. Not actually, and really now. Can I just like, okay, no, that's cheap. That's cheap. I'm now realizing my my folly using this before, but okay. Just wait until you get back down there. There. See? I'm not gonna be beaten by OVIVO. I'll show you. Do think that, yeah, the fast travel is very much not an intended thing to be doing. Oh well. I've already used it. I can't unuse it. Okay, that'll work. Where am I going, though? What is this even? Didn't realize that I guess it makes sense, yeah, that would end up going in here. It looks very much like some sort of a level design. But still, usually by the time that you get very close to things that have a lot of moving parts or specific design around them, that's usually the sign that you don't want to be going in that section. Oh my god, there's so much around here. It's a good thing I've already found at least one of the story symbols. That means that they're not all scattered throughout this entire place. No, right in there, eh? Still, though, there is a Morse bit to get, and if I see a Morse bit, I might as well take an attempt to get it. Oh, yeah, I suppose that. It can also just fall downwards, you know. Keep that nice and simple, too. Where are we going now? Actually, probably, yeah, make a big jump. Just let the momentum kind of take me down. But then, the momentum is scary, but it is manageable. It's not something that's going to, especially when you have 3 of these symbols. When you have 3 of the spotlights around here, around these symbols, that it is not. Oh, really? Okay. I was gonna say. I was able to do that just fine right up until that point. Still, I guess it seems like going to the top of the area is a place to go. That's the end of that then. Sort of what I expected this one to look like. All in a larger shape. Alright, well, there you go. I picked all of the wrong directions, it seems. I gotta go to the left and the right to get the story symbols. I'm very much guessing that that is where they're gonna be showing up in here. Interesting little omega symbol over that one. Let me get in here. Now, there are a lot of Morse dots that seem to exist in each one of these things. Let me see real quick. Oh yeah, like, hey, I have missed a ton of these things, it looks like. Huh. Well, I always said that I was not planning to be getting all of those at the very least. I don't even know where many of those would be, really. Maybe there's some other version of the... Actually, I can warp around here, right? Maybe it's like some other version of the level that exists that might be able to get you more of those. Up here, yes. And then there was the other section that I didn't really go to. Oh, and the story symbol is literally just right there. Come on now. Well then. All right, how to do this? Seems like the easiest way to do would be... Can I actually go up here? Well... Alright, alright. Seems like this is a little bit of a puzzle. Don't know how I want to approach this one to start. Probably just launch myself up in here, and it looks like all three of them would align eventually. But it does seem like I can actually get into the inner rings and everything like that. Yeah, well, actually, I can just kind of fall in here, right? Yes, yes. Okay, this seems like the way you want to do it. Just to wait until these line up well enough. And then just do it like that. Yeah, no. I suppose this is a little bit less of a puzzle than I initially thought. Fine by me, I suppose. Freedom is slavery. Yep, we are doing the 1984 thing. And I should be able to just warp back over here. What exactly was the last big junction that I did not... Yeah, here, specifically. All right. And there's that. One more Morse dot, but far from all of them. Of course. Well, at least that sent me right there, I suppose. All right, and hey, you had an easy time with that last one. Well, not so much here now. We're adding a lot of spikes in. Not that's going to stop me from doing much of anything. I just need to go switch right into the inner ring. With the exception of the innermost ring. Rings within rings. No, that was right. That was right. Okay. Thought I screwed that up for a second, but not quite. And ignorance is strength. Yep, there we go. Of course. And so that is that one then. Back to the ring. I don't think I've ever showed that screen. And that is what that one looks like. If I'm not wrong, I think each one of the government buildings in 1984 looked like a gigantic pyramid as well. Might be sort of what they're going for with that. The previous area was the industrial one, so I don't know. This is Triangle Town. And here we got Optical Illusion Town. What is this thing going to do? Oh, I see. Well, that's interesting. Started out here doing some started out here doing some stuff related to switching around the controls. This is a little bit more unique in that way. Yeah. And then now I'm just like totally not understanding how I want to do this. In fact, the easiest way to do it would probably be, yeah, just like wait for the thing to switch, right? You know, just kind of like go up and down. Yeah, come on now. When you're in danger, like flip up. And there. There. And then more or less the opposite right here. It's actually really... It's very much not difficult, and yet I'm still screwing it up. I don't know, the uniqueness of... I'm never very good at, like, doing this sort of thing. Okay. And then there. Up here. And then up here. Yeah, it really just takes the one button press to make it work, doesn't it? Yep. And then same thing here. So something so simple, yet looking so complex initially. I guess that is a big theme in OVIVO, just entirely thinking about it. Because after all, you know, things like a triangle is a very simple sort of shape. And yet, you just kind of tessellate them together. So something like this. Okay, when I fall back down to the bottom here, do it like that. Do it like this. Yeah, okay. Still feel kind of foolish for screwing that up at the very start anyway. Really is ultimately just about a lot of waiting. And that's the easiest way to do it. Of course, if I was speedrunning or something like that, that might be a little bit of a different story, but I'm not, so it's fine. It's fine. Down. And then right in there. And pretty much I'm just going to fall right into the areas that I need to. Do that because... Oh, wait, no, not quite. Not quite. Because there's not too many spikes around here to really confuse you after all. Nothing is eternal. Very interesting looking story symbol there. I don't know if I've seen one that's like... Usually, they're getting a lot more complex, certainly. Oh, that was interesting. Hey. They're getting a lot more complex in how the story symbols work. Still have the same haiku-like quality to them. Although I don't think they're intended to be that exactly. Okay. Back up here. I was thinking I might have been able to get into the next one just by doing that. But I think the area you really want to go to is here. Kind of creates a very friendly type of area to fall right into after all. Got it. Okay. The first story symbol, there's still going to be 2 more left to go. And then, yeah, I guess this is probably the easiest way to do that. Okay. This area over here, looking pretty suspicious. But at the same time, I don't know if there's anything that I can really do with it. Maybe I can kind of just fall right into the bottom one? Almost. But not quite. Just do it like... Ugh. But then again, if I get down there, what am I going to do? Yeah, I don't really think that's going to be much of anything. Interesting idea, though. It's sort of classic combination of 3 layers of things with the middle one going the opposite direction of the others. feel like I see that as a general pattern of a lot of different things. OVIVO, seemingly no exception. Now the real question, though, is where am I going? Here, I guess. Spiral's looking pretty cool, though. The game's got a lot of style, if you're going to say one thing about OVIVO. And then a pretty calm section? Hey, yo, is there anything down here? No, I can't even go that far. Alright, alright. Very much intended to be that way, I suppose. Yep. Yeah. I was thinking I might be able to jump to the upper one there, and no such luck. Interesting little combination of dodging things right now. Got it. Its borders are all. Good to know. I mean, is it good to know? I'm not entirely sure. Given the 1984 references before, might be... This might be a more threatening section? It's kind of hard to say. Okay, how do you want to do this? Probably making a running start and letting the momentum carry me onto the platform. Yep. Oh, then I forget how things work, of course. Strange amount of misplays, I'll be honest here, regarding this section of the game. I got no excuse. Never have any excuse for bad gameplay, but that's how that goes. Just because OVIVO is not intended to be a very difficult game, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to screw up anything, and not going to screw up anything in a very embarrassing way. Alright, alright. I see the shtick we're going for here. The question, of course, is how do I want to deal with that? They move in a pretty simple pattern. Pretty much just need to get out of there. Oh. And I noticed it's just... Yeah, no. You didn't want to go back to the previous hexagon for that one. You wanted to go to the next section there. You completed it. Did not even realize that. Okay, now come on. I cannot believe how many times I screwed that up. Anyway. Look, it's fine, though. It's fine. I got it eventually. It's just, and, you know, in a much easier way than I was doing before, certainly. Seems like there might be something over to the left, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, those are all... spiky, I guess, circuit board type of... Sort of what it reminds me of, at least. Circuit board type of objects, but, yeah, I don't know how else I would get over there. Maybe some sort of way on the approach that I need to do? I'm not sure. Hey, if I'm missing a story symbol, I know that's definitely a place to go look at then. Right, and then one very large... lock-looking place? Could also maybe be something along the outside. Nope. No such luck. Well, there's always this zoom out, which will be able to give me a good look at what everything is supposed to be like around here. For example, the previous level made it fairly easy to figure out where the story symbols are going to be. Nope, it's just one right in here. Okay. Even more simple than I was expecting. Which is good. But hey, there we go. I got in the endless circle. And the final achievement for getting all of the story symbols, I'm guessing, is the circle is complete. Hey, everybody, I complete the circle. Hey everybody, look, the circle's becoming complete. Anyway. No Morse code though. I'm still saying Morse code a little bit too difficult for me. And yeah, taking a look at this, I'm guessing that the reason why there's a little bit of an outline on the outside of these is specifically to prevent you from flipping back and forth. I might be coming up to the end of the game if there's not some sort of final super level. Who knows? There was an introductory level. There might be something similar to that in the end of OVIVO as well. And right there. And right there. Okay, this is one... Really like the look of this. So once again, optical illusions all around the place here. It's neat. But it does seem like... Not really sure. I was wondering if... Oh, might have been able to just bypass quite a bit of that there. Not quite, though. That said, did get that at least. Falling very much like pinball style into some of these sections. Oh, I got the story is written, which I'm going to check real quick. All dots are collected. Oh, okay. So I actually did, in fact, get all of them. Huh? I did not expect that. Because it looked like I was missing quite a few there, but I guess not? Maybe I was misreading how they're supposed to be filled in. All right, 100% completion on OVIVO. It's been a journey, but I'm honestly shocked that I was able to get that. Wires, I think these are probably supposed to represent. And finally, yep, it's a good looking. It's a good looking ending sort of image here.